National interest is the fundamental logic that drives a country's actions on the world stage. In its purest form, it represents the collection of goals and ambitions, economic, military, cultural, that a state pursues for its own preservation and advancement. This concept is not about altruism or global goodwill. It is the calculated pursuit of what is deemed best for the nation itself. It encompasses the foundational need for security, the desire for economic prosperity, and the protection of a country's core values and way of life. Understanding this concept is crucial because it provides the essential framework through which leaders make choices, from forging alliances to engaging in trade or, in the most extreme cases, going to war. It is the compass that guides a state's foreign policy through the complex and often turbulent waters of international relations. The importance of national interest cannot be overstated, as it forms the very bedrock of foreign policy formulation. Every diplomatic communique, every trade negotiation, and every military deployment is, at its core, an expression of a country's perceived interests. Without this guiding principle, a nation's actions would be incoherent, reactive, and ultimately detrimental to its own long-term survival and well-being. It forces governments to prioritize, to make difficult choices about where to allocate finite resources. Financial capital, political attention, or military might. This process of prioritization reveals what a nation truly values and what it is willing to sacrifice in order to achieve its most critical objectives in a competitive global arena. Consider the world as a grand, intricate chessboard where each player or nation-state is constantly calculating its next move. The objective of the game is not necessarily to checkmate all other players, but to secure the best possible position for oneself. This requires a deep understanding of one's own strengths and weaknesses, as well as those of one's rivals and partners. National interest serves as the strategic playbook for this game, informing leaders whether to advance a piece aggressively, form a defensive posture, or even sacrifice a lesser piece for a greater strategic advantage. It is a dynamic and ever-evolving calculation, responding to shifts in power, emerging threats, and new opportunities. Ultimately, the pursuit of national interest is what gives international politics its characteristic and often unforgiving nature. It explains why alliances can be fleeting and why today's friend might become tomorrow's competitor. Nations, guided by this principle, are rational actors seeking to maximize their gains in an environment that is often anarchic. Therefore, a clear and robust conception of national interest is not just a tool of statecraft. It is an essential instrument for survival and for securing a nation's unique place and destiny in the world. It is the enduring answer to the most fundamental question a country can ask itself. What must we do to endure and to thrive?